Hi guys, welcome here. Today I'm continuing on a mission to big you up, and we are doing a reading that's called Why Do People Love You? I've got 4 piles of cards for you to choose from. I will insert the picture of the piles in a second. As always, please take your time, listen to your intuition, and then choose a pile that attracts you the most. Let's go. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, or everybody who chose this ruby stone. Let's see, why do people love you? And we have the moon card, melancholy, 2 of wands, servant, ace of wands, and doctor. Oh, there is a lot of this selfless energy that I'm getting from you guys. Just this wanting to be of help, wanting to be useful, wanting to be kind, and very healing energy is coming through from you. I wouldn't be surprised that some of you have traveled a lot in your life, or seen people from all walks of life, poor, rich, educated, uneducated, beautiful, not beautiful somehow, just like you see everybody as equal, and you've seen a lot of life, you've seen many people, you've seen many experiences that people go through, and you have this beautiful humility and compassion for all of it, and just wanting to make other people feel better, make other people feel comforted, healed. Because there's a lot of sadness in your past. I see, for some reason, as soon as I opened your cards, I felt this feeling of not disappointment, but just feeling, how do I explain it? Give me a second. A bit exhausted, emotionally exhausted by life, or because of life, I should say. You could have had a difficult childhood, or something that happened in your past exhausted you, made you feel maybe weary and tired, and there's just this sadness about what's going on in the world, about people, about relationships possibly, or maybe you never really felt safe. You know, there are people who are always upbeat, always excited for life, always ready to take on new challenge, conquer that mountain or whatnot, new goal of theirs. And there are people who are slow, contemplative, they've got this tiny bit of sadness in their eyes, and they've seen a lot, and that is why it's almost like a blue feeling. I don't feel like you are somebody who's very loud, who's very proactive, who motivates people to get up and do something. You're somebody, you go deep, you're just kind, you are understanding, you are supportive, and I feel like you would always bring a cup of tea to a friend that's coming over to see you. You would make some delicious cookies for them, you would make them feel at home, whether it's somebody who is like your best friend, or just a visitor from, I don't know, somewhere, person you don't know really well. Very comforting energy, because you know some kind of sadness, whatever sadness it is. Maybe you lost somebody early on, like a caregiver, or somebody important to you. Maybe you never really had anybody who could take care of you well. And that is why there is this calming effect that you have, very calming and soft, and I feel like early in your life you've been very I don't want to say sad again, but that's the word that comes through. You've been sad for the most of your life, like early years especially. I don't know, childhood, I can't speak. Maybe you couldn't literally express yourself, speak, be your authentic self for one reason or another. Just this feeling of you not enjoying life, really, early on. When you were a kid, when you were a teenager, I feel, for some of you even closer to your 20s. But I do see things improving for you. I do feel like you're somehow using the pain that you had, the sadness that you experienced, the trauma maybe even for some of you, disappointment of some sort. Use it. Now you're going to use it to your advantage. There's this feeling of like the world is my oyster. Now I know what to do. There's more and more empowered energy I'm getting from you. More and more desire to create, to make this world better, to heal this world however you can, through your art, through your career. Maybe some of you are in a healing profession, maybe like doctors, something with medicine. Maybe you do like massage or something like that, to heal people, to heal their bodies, to heal their souls. Maybe there's a therapy involved, like psychologist or something like that. Maybe you heal people through your craft, like your art, your self-expression. You're very compassionate and very understanding, because you've seen a lot. You went to the depth of darkness, to the depth of sadness, and just maybe even despair at some point. And now you know how to get out of it, and now you know how to help others to step out of that state and place, like by extending your hand and pushing them almost. Come on, you can do it. I've done it, I know you can too. And there's something global about you, the way you see the world. You're not, I would call you the citizen of the world somehow. Maybe you are from different cultures, like you're bilingual, or you traveled a lot, or you are very open-minded about other cultures. You always were drawn to people of other religions, cultures, mentalities, philosophies. You don't separate yourself from others. Like I can find something in common with somebody from my culture, and also somebody from India, somebody from United States, somebody from France, and like we all, if you go deeper, if you look deeper, we are all the same. We are all the same. We are all humans. And if somebody, like the ruler of a certain country, has decided to cut out a little piece of land and state that it's theirs, it's not reality. We are all born on earth. It's ours, all of us. Yeah, you know what I mean. I hope it makes sense. Very healing energy, very healing energy. I also feel like you inspire a lot of people. You inspire a lot of people. You make them want to, not that you, like, you know, the energy of life coaching people, or, you know, I have Tony Robbins in my mind for some reason, like with all of the loud voice and just all of this masculine energy. It's not that. You are somebody who's very gentle in it. Like you throw ideas here and there. You encourage people when they speak, when they share something about themselves. You're like, you see, that's a great idea. Come on, you should try and do it. I know you can succeed. It's very gentle and healing. Very accepting energy I'm getting from you. We've got this King of Swords at the bottom of your deck. You know, the sadness that is rooting from the past may have something to do with the very cold environment you grew up in, or somebody that was emotionally unavailable in your early years, or maybe just coldness. Maybe you always had to be smart when you were growing up, or in your earlier years you had to be intelligent, you had to be resourceful, you had to be rational and almost cynical in your life. And that was a sad existence. Like you always had to have answers, and quickly. Maybe it was just demanded by your parents or siblings or whoever was around you. Maybe you went to a strict school or something like that. And now you're slowly but surely letting go of that. I don't need to be to always have an answer anymore. I don't need to be the smartest person in the room. I don't need to be tough and resilient anymore. I can relax. I can just be myself and be of service to this world and make other people feel comforted. Let's look at your oracle cards. I don't need to always have an answer. And the first card I see opening your oracle cards, you guys, is answers. I hope you can see. I haven't figured out how to hold the cards so you see them well with this camera. Answers. I do feel like at this point in your life you have answers for people, and very unconventional ones most of the time. Very out of the norm even sometimes. Like somebody could be sharing a story that they went through maybe in their relationship or just everyday life, and you have this insight that comes out of nowhere, and you share it with the person, and they're like, where did this even come from? I know it's not your experience. I know that you haven't been through what I'm going through right now. Where is this deep insight coming from? Maybe it's like a very wise. I do feel like you've got a lot of wisdom. For many of you, you're definitely wiser than your age. For example, you could be 30 and your mind is more like a mind of a 50, 60 years old person. Again, because of this, you've seen a lot, you've been through a lot. I'm getting this worn out feeling for some reason. It doesn't sound right. I don't know how to come up with a better word, but you've accumulated enough knowledge that now it's just pouring out at the most random moments out of you. Then we've got this card mutable. So mutable energy in astrology, and mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. So you could have very strong prominent placements in these signs. And it says surrender, fluidity and welcoming change. Overall, with this energy, I feel like you're a very easygoing person. You're very light-hearted. I don't sense much heaviness in you at this point, although there was a lot of it in the past and people saw it, but I feel they still loved you for it because it's just it's you. It's a precious part of you. Now you're getting more and more light. You're getting more and more open-minded and excited for what's next, my next adventure. Again, maybe some of you travel a lot. There is a lot of movement. You're always doing something interesting. I don't feel like you're a rigid person who like very much identifies themselves with a certain career or a certain place of living. Like you're open to change. I can change any day. I'm allowed to transform, to shed my old skin. Then we've got this card ceremony and invocation. Ah, yeah, you guys, you're my spiritual pile for sure, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised that many of you are doing some manifesting rituals, praying, scripting, doing vision boards, just maybe waking up and lighting an incense and saying your gratitude for whatever happened the day before or during the last month, and just being sincere and being grateful and sharing that gratitude. Maybe some of you go to church and praise. Something very religious, very spiritual, and people admire this side of you, this depth of you, the faith you have. And then we've got this card openness, very similar to this mutable energy. You, again, as I was saying, something global about you. You are open to all people. You don't judge people based on how they look, the clothes they wear, the accent they have, the amount of money they have in their purse, the car they ride. You're just open to all souls that put on your path. And I feel like even your eyes are very much welcoming, very kind. For some reason I'm seeing, like, how is it called? Geese. you know, the wrinkles people have by their eyes. I feel like you have them. You do. And in this card answers, we have this old man. He also has very wrinkled eyes. You know how to smile with your eyes. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's where this openness. I'm also getting a lot of Aquarian energy. I feel like that's where I'm being taken as well. Aquarian, Uranus energy here for some reason. A lot of mutable stuff plus Aquarian energy. Just again, citizen of the world, somebody who's open to anybody, and you're ready to share love with all people without judgment, without prejudice. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. Why do people love you? Oh my gosh. You're my weirdos. Unusual people. Unusual people. We've got this card, Enchanted Forest, and it says mystery, magic, excitement. Yeah, you guys are definitely into spirituality, into manifesting, into creating with your intention. You believe in the higher power. You believe in something, that there's something bigger out there. Not just this material world, not just our human understanding of life and conventional things and society and what it tries to make you, the rule book it gives you to live by. You believe in something bigger. You are very open to the magic, and you see magic in life. I feel like you are magic. I wouldn't be surprised that some of you were told that there's something magical about you. Maybe you would think of something and that would manifest really fast. Or yeah, there were moments when you would just, your creation, something you do, it's just people like art. You cannot judge it objectively. It's very subjective. I have a quote in my mind about art, and it's just how I feel about you. Give me a second. I probably won't be able to remember it word by word, but it goes something like, the goal is not the art itself. It is that wonderful state, where art becomes inevitable, creating art becomes inevitable. That's the state that you embody. That's who you are. That's your energy. Very creative people, very spiritual, very sensitive, compassionate. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. Why do people love you? We've got this card, the Goddess. Yeah. I do feel like many people see you as somebody, like there is this admiration, this quality, for the qualities that you had. You are somebody that many people look up to, even if you don't feel like that's what's happening around. I feel like you don't really acknowledge it. Sometimes you put yourself down and maybe you feel shy, but I feel like many people admire you for the way you look, for the way you carry yourself. There's just something almost noble about you, very dignified. And again, connected to your spirituality. It's in your eyes, it's in the way you speak, it's in the way you think. Wisdom, a lot of wisdom. I wouldn't be surprised that you are very attractive. With the imagery, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not gonna get like banned or something. I should have covered the certain parts of this woman. Let's get some qualities, like straight qualities that people admire in you. Although I have physical descriptions and horoscope signs here. Anyway, let's see. Pile 1. Why do people love you? first card that fell out immediately was affectionate. Yeah, many people see your desire to give love, to be loving, to spread kindness. You're also very attentive to people, like you listen, you know how to listen when people speak to you. You don't wait for your turn to say something, or to rush into giving advice, or like, oh, I've gone through that too. You hold space for people well, I feel. Then we've got this card, nature. Yeah, with this Two of Wands, again, I do feel like you guys are, maybe you traveled a lot, maybe you like to do outdoor sports, spend a lot of time in nature. Overall, I do feel like you're somebody very natural. I don't feel like you are somebody who is like wearing a mask or a ton of makeup, or, you know, like false extensions or something like that, in the way, the things you used to consume, eat. I feel like you're close to nature overall. Close to nature. There's this sincerity in you. You've got this card, hard work. Yeah. People admire your dedication and how hardworking you are. Possessive. Very interesting. I feel like this is mostly goes for your protective energy, for also how you you know, sometimes it's good to be possessive in relationships, in romantic relationships, I'm trying to say, because it makes the person who you're with feel appreciated and like they really matter. You value them. Like it's not a possessive in a way that it's controlling, but it's more so, I'm with you. Like, I don't know how to explain it well. Like, you're not somebody that's like, oh, whatever, you can do whatever you want. You're very devoted. You're very devoted. When you choose somebody to love, you love them hard, I feel. And it can be very, almost like stroking other people's ego a little bit, especially, I feel, romantic partners. And we've got this card, soft. Yeah, this one I was feeling very strongly. So this is all I have for you, pile 1. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. If it did, please leave me a like, or if you want, maybe write a comment telling me what you think about it, or subscribe if you wish to do so. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2, or everybody who chose this turquoise heart. Let's see, why do people love you? And we have the Empress, Size, the Emperor, Wife, the Chariot, and Fortune. First of all, you guys, I have this feeling, and it's gonna be a different thing for males and females watching this. And it's going to be about romantic partnerships in particular. I feel like when you enter a relationship with anybody, or you start, there is this new first stages of a partnership, like when you get attracted to somebody, when you start talking, going out with a certain specific person of yours, love interest of yours, people see you as husband-wife material very fast, very fast. Whether you like to portray yourself like that, to show that to the person, maybe you yourself are definitely not ready for family, for kids, and like you just want to have fun. It could be for some of you. For others, it could be something conscious, the picture you want to convey, to show. But what people read from you is like, oh my gosh, I see settling down with this person. I see moving in with them tomorrow, having 5 beautiful kids, getting married, baking cookies on Sundays, going to parks, having picnics, going on holidays to southern locations. You give off the feeling of somebody that Again, a spouse material, somebody that they could do life with. You've got all of the qualities. If you're a woman, you are very wise, you're very loving, you're very kind. You know how to love yourself and love others to the same degree. Also very motherly nature. You know how we, there are many archetypes that we go through. A lover, a mother, what are they? A wife, an old woman, a sage. You know, like all stages of women, just the same goes for men, being a boy, then a man, then a provider, and then, oh my gosh, a father. You know what I mean? And I feel like at this point in your life, you've already embodied all of them. You have all of the qualities you need to create a family, to be the person that others could rely on, that others could feel happy with, comfortable with. If you're a man, there's this dignity about you, there's this stoic energy, there's very reliable energy about you, very grown up, not immature, not all over the place, not confused, very strong if you're a man. Very strong. Like the energy of a provider, somebody who knows how to take on responsibility, who's not afraid of that, who's not trying to take an easy way with whatever you're trying to achieve. A person who wants to put in the work. That's your energy, and I feel like this is why people love you, for both men and women. I feel like you've been through a lot, and that is why you reach this point of you've grown up, I want to say, very grown up, and regardless of your age, you may be 20, but the experiences you had, what you've seen growing up, maybe a few difficult relationships that you had, made you focus on becoming almost like the best partner you could be. Maybe you've done something like, I'm going to write down 5 qualities of an ideal partner for me, like a person I would marry, like a husband or a wife, and then I'm going to become all of them. I'm going to be all of them. And that's why people love you, because you're actually doing all of that. You are loyal, you're committed, you're loving, you're hardworking, you are caring, affectionate, and you are striving to improve your life. There is this desire to improve your life, to have a good lifestyle, to be free financially, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. I feel like you're in control of your life, basically. Look at this. We've got 3 major arcanas. The Empress, the Emperor, and the Chariot. This is powerful. These are powerful people who are truly the creators of their own destiny, of their own life. This is not somebody who's just going with the wind and wherever life takes me, I'm open for anything. You are not there. You're like, I deserve the best. At this point, I deserve the best. I deserve the best family. I deserve the best love. I deserve the best financial situation. I deserve the most successful career. And I'm gonna make it happen for myself. Your reading is inspiring me. Thank you for allowing me to sit in your energy for a bit. You're very much forward-oriented person, like, how do I explain it well? Future-oriented. Like, forwards ever, backwards never. That's the feeling I'm getting from you. You are not playing. I don't feel like you're somebody who would play with people's feelings just for the fun of it. And there are people like that in life. You're not somebody who's in your ego or in your shadow side most of the time, who's like acting from the wounded part of their soul, of their essence, gets triggered a lot, or cannot achieve their goals, or cannot be nice to others or loving to others because of something that's missing within you, or something that is still kind of bleeding. You know what I mean, the fears we have, the doubts we have, or the past projections and programming. I feel like at this point you're over it. You're ready for the real deal. You're ready for all of those beautiful things in life, that's like milestones. You're ready to leave all of those archetypes that people live through. Yeah, there's no bullshit with you. I want to say no immaturity, no bullshit. You don't waste people's time. Also, I don't feel. You may be very upfront in relationships as well, and friendships, about what you want, what you need. This is how I would like to spend time. This is how I want to feel. These are my values in life, and this is what I can also give. Let's see what we can do here. Now look at the bottom of your deck, you guys. You've got the Seven of Wands. Exactly the summary of what I was just saying. You stand your ground. Like you don't let people, also you don't play with people, and I don't feel like you let others play with you, or kind of lead you astray, or make you do things that are questionable for you, that are against your values, against your morals. You've got very strong personal compass, very powerful. You're very attuned to your heart and to what's right for you, what's true for you. Let's look at your oracle cards. I want to start here, you guys. We have this card, Wisdom. Wisdom. Regardless of your age, you are so wise. You're so knowledgeable. You know yourself, most importantly. And when you know yourself, things are bound to go uphill. Life is bound to be good for you as soon as you know yourself deeply, truly. And you've been through a lot. Maybe some of you already have been married in the past, and you know all of those intricate parts of marriage, of having kids, or something like that. Then we've got this card, Inspiration. I do feel like you inspire people, inspire them to change their life, to become better, to level up somehow, because you achieved a lot. Like, you started somewhere that was nowhere near who you are right now. Your mindset, how you looked, how you maybe spent money, just completely opposite of where you are, and your journey is very inspiring to others. Very inspiring. Your view on life, your view on people, how you perceive the world, how there's a lot of integrity about you and how you live your life. And that's very inspiring for others. Then we've got this card, Lake, or Stillness. With this, I feel like you guys know at this point in your life that sometimes you cannot force things. You cannot rush something into manifestation. You cannot make people see something until they get there. There is this very graceful, calm energy about you. And also in regards to work, you could be somebody who knows that sometimes 20% of work, of effort, are going to give you much more than 80 or 100%. I hope you know what I mean. Like, your intention and your energy is more important than how hard you work most of the time. It's like there's this quote, I have it memorized, I just remembered. Now I don't ask myself a question of, have I worked hard enough? I ask myself the question, have I rested enough to do my most loving, generous work? I think that's the quote, and I feel like it's something you would resonate with in many ways. And then we've got this card, Neptune, and it says dream and transcend. Yeah, it could be that you're very imaginative people, very creative people, and that this is something others love about you. I also feel like you have an eye for aesthetics, for how you make things beautiful around you, whether you're a man or a woman. There's something Venusian about you. Maybe your moon is conjunct Venus, or you yourself are a Taurus or Libra. I'm also getting Cancerian energy here as well. You're very compassionate, very sensitive. very flowy. I feel like you flow through life. You don't struggle much. Not that you don't do it, you do a lot. You do a lot, but it's a lot of inner work rather than like pushing things in the outside of you. You know what I mean. Let's get some more cards. Pile 2. Why do people love you? Look at this. We've got this card, the Temptress, and it says seduction, deceit, a broken promise. And it's interesting that this card answers the question, why do people love you? I do feel like overall with this card, it is very hard for people who have already interacted with you, had this exchange of energy with you, who have known you, to forget you. Very, very hard. You could be one of those people that exes come back to all the time, like all of them simultaneously could come back at once, or people call you up 10 years later, somebody who you dated for 6 days call you and say, oh my gosh, I will never forget you, you're the love of my life, and I just want you to know that. I do feel like you leave an imprint. You have an effect on people that is hard to forget. Your energy is hard to forget. And sometimes they almost feel like you put a spell on them, or you've done something to make them kind of stuck on you. I don't feel like it's your intention, ever. Ever. There is a lot of kindness, and it's just, I wanted to love you at that moment, I loved you. I gave my best. I gave my all. And if things are not working out, if we are not on the same page, I'm just gonna move on. And how you're gonna deal with that is not my responsibility, however harsh it may sound. I don't feel like you ever mean to tie anybody to you or make people obsessed with you. It's just your energy does that sometimes to people. Like it's difficult to forget you. Could be even friends who you're kind of separated with, and they are like, oh my gosh, the friendship with you was the best. You changed my life completely, and I always think of you. When you completely forgot about them, maybe you don't even remember their name. You're totally focused on your life and what's ahead of you. The goals. Yeah, look at this. At the bottom of this deck, we've got this card, thinking of you. And it says, a loving thought, serendipity. People cannot get you out of their head. How you looked at them, the things you said to them, how you made them feel, how you comforted them when they were in pain, how you inspired them, motivated them, nudged them towards their dream, towards their biggest achievement. They think about you a lot, and with loving thoughts, mainly. Let's get some more cards. Pile 2. Why do people love you? Okay, we've got 2 cards that fell down, and the first one that looked at me was dreams. You guys are, for many people around you, or for people, I should say, that interacted with you again, you are something that dreams are made of. Very, very much somebody to admire, somebody to just be, like, your energy is very overwhelming in a good way. Like when you leave a room, people still feel your presence. When you depart from a country, move away to another place, people still hold on to you, maybe want to call you, want to text you, want to know how your life is going now that you're somewhere else. Just people, you linger, your energy lingers, that's what I'm feeling. It's a strange way to describe somebody, but that's the feeling I'm getting here. You linger, the effect you have on others. I also feel like, again, you're very imaginative, very creative, very dreamy. You could have very beautiful eyes, because we've got this person's eye and it's very mesmerizing. People love your eyes. And then we've got this kind of abundance that fell down. Again, I do feel like you guys are, for many people, you are, you know how they say couple goals? You just a goal person, somebody who achieved a certain level of life that many people admire. It doesn't necessarily have to be like having all of the money in the world or the best career, being on like top CEO or whatnot. Just having a life where you're totally in bliss and you are happy and you're creating and you know yourself, and maybe you're traveling or you're impacting people in a beautiful way, and people see you as somebody abundant, rich, wealthy in time, in happiness, in joy, wealthy in creativity, wealthy in love. Yeah. Let's get some more cards. Pile 2. We're gonna get straight qualities of yours, even though this deck has like physical traits, but let's see. Pile 2. Why do people love you? We've got the card Scorpio first, so this could be your sign or maybe a prominent energy in your chart. You could have like the moon in Scorpio or very heavy 8th house in your chart, I feel, for some of you. Quite intense energy. Again, Scorpio people leave a strong impact on others. They're ruled by Pluto after all. Then we've got money, abundance again. Yeah. It's strange to say people love you because you're rich, but I feel like the meaning is deeper than that. People love you because you've achieved a lot, because they admire the lifestyle you have, or maybe the things that you can afford, and the fact that you allow yourself to have them. You know what I mean? You carry this energy of, I'm worth it. I deserve the best life. I deserve to go on that vacation. I deserve to wear the clothing that's like as expensive as a half of somebody's rent. I deserve to have a nice living situation. I deserve to have jewelry, perfume, whatnot, a good car. And it's very, very motivating for other people, and they start embodying that too around you. Like, life is not to suffer. We are not here to suffer, and we are here to create and live in abundance and in love. And that's exactly what you're trying to do. We've got this card Deep. You're very deep people. Again, as I said, you've been through a lot. There is this beautiful depth of knowledge and wisdom and love and emotional depth you've got. And then we've got another horoscope sign, and it's Gemini. Interesting. Gemini people can be very enticing. With this Temptress card, they're very magnetic. They've got this quality, even though it's a air sign, and it's described as somebody very analytical, smart, talkative. But in my experience, and I also have a lot of Gemini in my chart, and I dealt with Gemini heavy people who have heavy Gemini placements in their chart. They're very interesting. Like, I cannot stop listening to them. I cannot. The conversations are so, they pull you in. It's like a game sometimes. It's like watching an interesting movie. And yeah, I feel like that's the energy you have, you guys. So this is what I have for you, pile 2. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. If it did, please leave me a like or a comment telling me what you think about it, or subscribe if you wish to do so, if you would like to see more of my videos. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 3, or everybody who chose this sunstone. Let's see, why do people love you? And we have the Queen of Pentacles, Gift, 8 of Pentacles, young woman, the world, and messenger. First of all, you guys, you are very nourishing. Your energy is very nourishing to others. You have this calming effect on others, calming and grounding. Like your warmth, your understanding, your support, very almost motherly feeling I'm getting from you. Even though you may be very young, your biological age, the way you affect others is you make them feel comfortable. You make them feel comfortable around you. There is a lot of generosity that you have. You've got a very giving spirit, very generous. I wouldn't be surprised that you love giving gifts, like making making others feel happy, feel appreciated, feel loved. Like sometimes even for no reason at all. Like it's not somebody's birthday, it's not Christmas. You just wanted to give them something that they've been, something that they shared in a conversation, or something that you saw that got their attention, and you just give them the gift and say, I appreciate you, and yeah, just wanted to make you feel happier. I feel like you're also a very hard-working person, and you work a lot on yourself. There could be a lot of reading that you do, a lot of taking some kind of courses, or learning new things, going deep within. Maybe it's about therapy, or some kind of training that could be that you're interested in, or like mastering yourself, making the masterpiece out of who you are, out of your personality. And that's something that other people admire and love about you. You're very, how do I explain it? You're very particular, you're very detail oriented. You're not the person who hops on the surface. You go deep and you look for things that can be improved in whatever you do, in your career, in your life in general, in yourself. It could be that some of you are creative people, or whatever you're doing for work, it requires a lot of continuous effort and dedication and mastering. Could be that you work with your hands or with your words. Maybe you're a writer for some of you. Maybe you are again in arts. Just I feel like you could be, how do I explain it? There's something very youthful about you, very young, very innocent and joyful. But when it comes to your craft, whatever you do, whatever your job is, whatever your art is, you're very diligent, you're very responsible, and you go deep and you make a masterpiece out of it. And people are in awe of that. Because you want to give the best of you to the world, to whoever it's going to be presented to. Even if you're like a teacher, I don't know, primary school teacher, you give your best when you enter the classroom, when you explain, when you talk about the history of the world or whatnot, explain maths. You make sure that you've done a really good job. You did not slack. And people admire that about you. Especially with this contrast of how you maybe look, or your age, or just... There's this almost discrepancy in how you behave in everyday life, and then how you approach your job. How you approach something that you contribute to the world, basically. Oh my gosh, English, work with me. I also feel like you guys are very open-minded, very open to other cultures, people from other places. With this world card, I feel like you can communicate basically with anybody, even if you don't know the language of the person that you're talking to. You accept people. Maybe you guys traveled a lot. What is the expression? Yeah, well-traveled. Somebody who knows, who've seen many places, seen people from all walks of life. Somebody who appreciates other people's experiences and is always curious and is not like alienating themselves. This is my culture, this is how we do things here. With you, it's like, no, I'm the citizen of the world and I'm open, my worldviews are open, and I'm always curious about other philosophies, other religions. Yeah. When people talk to you, I feel like they see you as somebody who have seen the world, or who is excited about traveling or something like that. And that's why they love you. You're not somebody who is very rigid. Your mind is not rigid. I want to look at the bottom of your deck, you guys, to see the background story here. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Very family-oriented energy, and that's where your comforting nature comes from, because you value family, you value the people that make you feel at home. I do feel like when you interact with others, you comfort them. Again, there is the sense of belonging. Your friends could feel like family. Yeah, something about family is very strong here. Traditions, support, kindness, taking care of other people, nourishing them. That's you. Let's look at your oracle cards, you guys. Oh my gosh. The first card, nurturing. Exactly the word I was saying a second ago. You're very nurturing. Like when people come around, you always offer them a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, whatever, maybe even the whole dinner, the whole lunch. Just sit down, we're gonna have something to eat, and then we'll talk about your problem. Are you cold? Are you warm? Do you want me to open the window? I feel like this is your energy. Like, are you comfortable? Do you want to sit in this chair? Do you want to sit on the sofa? Do you want some slippers? My fluffy slippers, they're very comfy. That's the feeling I get from you. You're very attentive as well, like attentive to the smallest detail, you know how to listen to people. You get what's unsaid. You read between the lines as well. When you are spending time with somebody, I feel like you are all in, 100%. It's almost like the video I made, like just my insight video a couple of weeks ago. You're very invested in people when you're around them. You don't get distracted. You don't make them feel unimportant, or like you have to run. It's like, let's sit down and talk. How is your heart doing today? That's what you would be like, and that's why people love you. Very motherly energy. Even if you're like 20-year-old, spending time with somebody who's 40, let's say your older cousin, she would feel, or he would feel, taking care of you. Somebody who's younger than them. Then we've got this card, finding. For you guys, I feel like many people see you as somebody who's lucky or happy in life generally. Somebody who found themselves, somebody who found their niche even, found their calling. I feel like, again, we are coming back to something you do for a living, or like your hobby or side hustle. You're doing something that excites you, and you see a meaning in it, you see a value in it, and you know that it's your thing. You're supposed to be doing it in this lifetime. Whatever it is, your art, your profession, your craft. Yeah, people see you as somebody fortunate, that you found yourself, that you're living the kind of lifestyle that you're living. Lucky, basically. Then from this deck, I was supposed to pull one card, but two fell out. And it's interesting that these are the houses of the astrology. And we've got house 4 and house 5. I want to start with house 4 because it fits perfectly with your energy and what I'm feeling. The 4th house, first of all, is ruled by Cancer, so some of you could be Cancerians. And it says cultural and family roots, home, peace and comfort. I feel like literally you. Like you're somebody who would always hold this nest together. Maybe you're somebody who was like a glue in your family, who would be a mediator between your parents or your siblings. You're somebody who's, again, it's all about traditions. It's all about your your roots, where you came from. It's all about support. All for one and one for all kind of thing. Very, very homey feeling I'm getting from you. You're homey. Even though you're hardworking and all of that, you're still, your core essence is homey. Even though you like to travel and get adventurous, you're homey. I hope it's making sense. That's what I feel. And then we've got house 5, and the fifth house in astrology is ruled by Leo, so Leo could be important for you guys as well. And we've got, the message here is passion, play, children, confidence and creativity. Yeah, some of you could be again creatives, like actors, singers, performers of some kind, artists again, like teachers. Teachers are performing, you can say, in front of other people, professors. You've got a very playful spirit. You're always in the search of something that would inspire you, ignite your soul, and yeah, you haven't lost this connection with your inner child. And many people have, and it's a very sad situation, but I feel like with you, you haven't. Literally, the first card we pulled was this Queen of Pentacles, and she's holding a child in her lap. And it's almost like a metaphor for you and your inner child. You treasure him or her. Little pile 3. You take care of them. You're very much in touch with them. And you carry them everywhere you go. And it's, I feel like, your biggest gift. You remind other people of their inner child, and that it's important sometimes to connect with them, to listen to them, to ask them what is it that they need to feel happier, to feel safer. So yeah, very passionate person you are. I feel very creative. Maybe you're somebody who loves children, really good with children. Yeah, and that's something other people love about you. And then we've got this card, delight. Overall, I feel like interacting with you, talking with you is a delight for other people. It's a pleasure most of the time. It's not a heavy burden. It's not like a difficult, intense experience. You're not somebody who looks, oh my gosh, my earring, I just took it off. You're not somebody who looks for conflict or competition. You know the energy when you start interacting, talking with somebody, and they're like very difficult people, like the conversation is not going in a good direction. With you, it's light, it's happy, it's joyful, it's a pleasure. I don't feel like you're looking to make life of other people worse. Even the smallest interaction, when you go out to buy some milk, you would talk to the cashier as you would talk to your best friend. Maybe you know their names, or you're just always cheerful and you're always smiling, and they love you as a, oh my gosh, a client? No, you can't say a client. They love interacting with you. They love your energy, like small talk even that you make with other people. Let's get some more cards. Pile 3. Why do people love you? Okay. Oh my gosh, and we have this card, Sacred Earth Mother. Mother, again, this nourishing energy, 4th house, Cancerian house, or Cancerian stuff. We had Queen of Pentacles holding a child. No coincidence that it says Mother. Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. Again, you are somebody who's a messenger of love in this world. And that's why other people love you. They acknowledge it, they see it. They see that you consciously choose to spread love rather than hate, rather than fear, rather than competition, rather than negativity, criticism. You sprinkle that beautiful stuff, love and energy everywhere you go. And it doesn't go unnoticed. Let's get some more cards. Pile 3. Why do people love you? Okay, you guys, love. Can you make this up? Even the picture, even the imagery of the cards. Look at this, so beautiful. Why do people love you? For your love, for your love, for the love that you spread, for the love that you share, for how much you love them, how much love you give in them. And if you felt at any point that you've been taken for granted, I don't feel like it's the case. People see how hard you try with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. They see that you try hard when you are with them. You put a lot of effort in your relationships, platonic or romantic. People see that you try. And especially it's admirable because I don't feel like... What am I trying to say? English, come on. I feel like the first expression that you may give off to people is of somebody that's not very deep. It's not very, maybe a bit superficial, like all over the place. But when somebody gets to know you, they see how invested you get. They see how deeply you love, how much love you have in your heart overall. They see how much effort you put into building a strong trust, strong connection with another person. And there's this interesting contrast between how they saw you first. Maybe your appearance is just something that doesn't imply somebody very loving or deep or wise or nourishing. Maybe you look a bit crazy or wonky or I don't know. But when they start talking with you, you are very... You're with them. Again, you're with them. I'm gonna leave it at that. What else? Pile 4, pile 3. We're gonna get a few characteristics, traits, personality traits from this deck, you guys. Pile 3. Why do people love you? First card we've got is home. Home. Remember the fourth house card and Cancerian energy. It says cultural and family roots, home, peace and comfort. That's you. You feel like home. We've got old soul. People love your wisdom, even though you may not look wise at all. Maybe you look very juvenile, young, childish at times, but when they see deeper, they see how, like, it's not your first time on earth. 100% not. Yeah, we've got this card sensitive. Very compassionate, very attuned to other people's needs, other people's emotions. They feel seen by you. They feel loved by you. And we've got tender. Very tender person, very soft, very caring. So this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. If it did, please leave me a like. I would be very grateful to you. Or maybe a comment telling me what you think about it. Or subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Yeah, I would be glad to welcome you in the Love and Tarot family. You'll see I'm even using the words family and welcoming. It's your energy, it's all yours. Thank you for sharing a little bit of it with me. So yeah, I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 4, or everybody who chose this blue stone. I don't remember the name of it, to be honest with you guys. I think it's some kind of a gate. Yeah. So pile 4. Why do people love you? Why? And we've got the Two of Wands, Thief, Queen of Cups, Letter, Eight of Pentacles, and Lord. You know, guys, it feels like you know more than you are letting on most of the time when others are interacting with you or when they're watching you. It feels like you know more than you say. There's something, it's almost like it's in your eyes. You're holding something back. Or you may often look away. you say something and then you look away. It's like there is more that they want to pull out of you, or like you're not done saying, finish your sentence, or tell me more, I see that you know more. I don't know why I feel this way. Like you always leave a place for mystery, for secret, for something left unsaid always, and that's very enticing. That's very, people want to know more. People want to see more. It's like you look deeper. You see a larger picture on a larger scale. Like you zoom out, and you see the situation. You're really good at zooming out and not being in the depth of drama, in the depth of the situation that's been discussed. You zoom out and you see everything from a bird's eye view, and you have all the answers almost. And people are like, okay, give them to us. What is it that's on your mind? Like, we see it going on in your eyes. We see that your eyes are processing something. You're thinking of something. Maybe you're remembering something from the past, or you're thinking about the solution. You know the solution. It's in your eyes. Tell us. Why are you not telling us? And I feel like you've got enough wisdom to pull back and let people go through a certain experience themselves, rather than telling them what to do or fixing their problems for them, so they never really learn, or it was just an experience that went in vain, was in vain. There is this beautiful wisdom in you. You know when to hold back. You know, it's almost like that phrase. Don't say anything if it doesn't improve the silence, the sound of silence, or something like that, you know? I feel like this is you. You'd rather step back and not say anything. Less is more with you. I don't feel like you're somebody very expressive. You need validation from other people. You need to be heard. You need to prove your point. I don't feel like it's your character. You're somebody who's very reserved. And when you say something, when you've come to the point, when you've considered all of the sides of the story, when you feel like what you're gonna say is gonna improve the silence, and when you express that, everybody is shocked, or it's something very insightful for other people, or completely turns their perception, changes their perception on the situation or themselves or life. Yeah, you're a mystery for people in some way. You are very, I wouldn't be surprised that these are my introverts. I don't feel like you guys get energy from being around other people. You get energized by being on your own, by isolating. You're very soft people, very compassionate, very, you go within. You're very much in touch with your inner world, with your emotions, with the internal environment. Yeah, very caring also, very caring energy, very motherly almost I'm getting from you, and very, very imaginative, very creative. You're soft, flowy people, a watery. I wouldn't be surprised that there's a lot of water in your chart. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, maybe water ascendant for many of you. Even if you speak, you may speak through poetry, like finding the most beautiful combination of words that touch people, touch their souls. Maybe some of you like, again, creative energies coming through strongly, and I wouldn't be surprised that some of you are doing something artistic for a living, or it's your hobby. We've got this woman painting. She's painting the oh my gosh, the wings of this butterfly. She's got a brush in her hand. Can you see? I never really know how to hold the card, so this camera picks up the imagery and the words. Anyway, I think you believe me. Painting, artists, painters, writers. I feel like you mostly live in your own imaginary world, and it's not that you're like somebody who's escaping something, or you're not equipped to live in reality. I feel like it's just your personality, and it makes other people feel the magic as well, feel the fairy tale of yours, and they get inspired by your world. They get inspired by who you are and your energy. It almost feels like they can never get enough of you because you hold so much back. I don't feel like, for example, if you had a social media, I don't feel like you're very active on it. Like Instagram, many people post every single day. You could have 0 posts, or maybe like 1 or 2 from 10 years ago, and your name could be your nickname or something totally different, like the name of your favorite movie. And people don't know much about you, don't know how you live, don't know what's going on with you. You're an interesting, exciting mystery for them most of the time. What's going on in that world of yours? What's the temperature there? What are you breathing? What are you dreaming about? What inspires you? Not very down to earth, I also feel. Like, not very down to earth. I don't feel like you make other people feel as though life should be hard. As though life is a harsh reality that everybody has to suffer and struggle to be successful. You're somebody who shows people the opposite. You show them the value of connecting to their intuition, to their creativity, to their softness and sensitivity. When I look at the bottom of your deck, you guys, to see the background story, we've got the 4 of Cups. Again, you are very withdrawn. You could be a loner of some kind, just not very thrilled about society, not very thrilled about people and being all over the place and just mingling and socializing and being the soul of the party. It's like, let me be, just let me be. Let me do my own thing over here in my own little corner. Let me create, let me write my poetry, let me drink my tea, let me enjoy the rain, let me swim in the ocean. Let me paint, let me sing, and when I'm ready I'll come out and I'll share a tiny bit of my truth with you, just a little bit, and that's gonna be enough. It's hard to get to know you also, but that's just your beautiful energy. That's who you are, and that's what people love about you. Mysterious nature, very chilled, very much in your own world. And let's look at your oracle cards. Oh my gosh, the first card we've got here, Forest or Breath. There's this beautiful simplicity about you. I wouldn't be surprised that you're very like close to nature, and everything that you do is quite natural. Even the way you look, like natural materials, not much makeup or like natural colors, and the things you eat, the things you consume, like being close to nature. Maybe you always wanted to live in nature, have a farm or something like that, and it's very inspiring to other people, the way you don't get influenced by society on all of the technology and all of that stuff. You're very calming. You're like a forest or meditation in a person, like somebody very natural and fresh and simple. I hope it's making sense what I'm feeling. Then we've got this card, Travel. It also could be that you're somebody who is somehow connected to other countries. Maybe you've traveled a lot, you're well traveled, maybe you've seen people from all over the place, maybe you all over the world. Maybe you are inspiring other people to move, to see something else, not to get stuck in just one little town, to expand their horizons, to see people from India, from USA, from Europe, France, to Australia or whatnot. Just, yeah, travel. You've seen it all. Not at all, you've seen a lot, I should say. You've seen a lot, and that, but I don't feel like you tell people much. That's interesting. You may have traveled like all continents, and when people ask you, well, tell me about it, and you're like, it was wonderful, try it. And that's all you say. Like you don't You don't brag, oh, I went there, I've seen America, I've seen Paris, I've seen whatnot. You're very humble in this way. Like, I'm glad, I'm grateful for this experience. I've seen the world. And that's all I have to say. And I think everybody should also see it. It's very valuable. And that's all I have to say. And people are like, that's all he's gonna say or she's gonna say. Oh my gosh, why don't you talk more? We've seen you go there and to Africa and swimming with the sharks or whatnot. Very interesting. Let's move on. We've got this card Chiron. And Chiron is a wounded healer in astrology. It's the planet, it's centaur. The symbolism of it is centaur. And I think he was wounded. He couldn't, to the point that he couldn't mend himself. He couldn't heal himself. But he was the best healer in ancient legends. And this card says, hurt and heal. Yeah, your energy is very healing. And I feel like you may have something that's almost like there is something that was broken in you, got broken in you, or maybe there was some kind of trauma or the sadness you experienced or loss. That is now your biggest strength in life. And it may look for other people as your Achilles heel, or something strange in you, or something like inadequate or not, how do I, oh my gosh, English threshold. Just something that is like a flaw in you, but in actuality it's not a flaw, it's your biggest strength. It's something that is healing others, has a capacity to heal others. Maybe it's your sadness, maybe it's your tendency to withdraw, maybe it's your intuition and the fact that you struggle to explain what's going on inside of you because it's so difficult to explain. That's your biggest strength. That's your biggest strength. Your creativity. Maybe somebody that could be like even to the point of like autistic, people on the autistic spectrum, or like somebody who has difficulties with hearing, or maybe limping, like small ailments that taught you to not think about what other people think of you, but also be like spread the love and be kind and compassionate to others. Yeah, something about you is very healing. Something that you thought was your problem. Maybe you were very shy or somehow have speech, like dyslexia or something like that. Anxiety could be something that you were dealing with. And now it's better, but you were bullied for it or something like that. Very interesting person you are, very interesting. For those of you, especially if you think that you're very basic and uninteresting, it's actually the opposite. I feel like for many of you, you may be like, oh, there's nothing special about me. I don't even know why people would love me. No. People admire you and you're just like a very unusual, unique gem. And then we've got this card, blessings. Oh my gosh, my camera is dying, you guys. Give me just a second. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and we had this card of blessings. Again, there is a very soft, tender energy about you that I'm feeling. I also feel like the message you spread in the world, the things you say to people, inevitably it's very precious. Even like years down the line, they see how useful that information was. I don't know why I'm feeling like something the advice you give, the insight, the input you have in any conversation with another person. It was like a gift that people realized that it was in hindsight, or like, well, later, sometime later. Let's get some more cards, pile 4. Why do people love you? We've got this card, moonlight. Very moony people you are. You could be ruled by the moon, like Cancerians, or maybe you got your moon in Cancer. Yeah, in the first house or something like that. And it says travel, romance, potential. I also feel like you're very romantic people, even if you don't show it very often. Like you've got a very soft romantic nature. And again, travel showing up here. Again, you could be inspiring people to travel, to see the world. You see, you're somebody who's really good at romanticizing your life. The small moments, the simple experiences, nature, simple conversations, interactions, seeing new places. Just you see beauty in everything. Again, with your creative streak here. What else? Pile 4. Why do people love you? Oh my gosh, the card we've got here is divine guidance. Yes, as soon as you decide to disturb the silence and say something that is better than the silence, people are lucky. People get fortunate because the things you say, the messages you convey, the advice you give is precious. You don't say things very often, I feel. And when you do, it's not taken for granted. Like you're not somebody who cannot stop talking to save their life. You're somebody who's quite quiet most of the time. Very rarely say something, but when you do it, it does often feel like divine guidance, like something you channeled from a very strange place, from a place far away, the galaxy or something like that. Very valuable things you say to other people. Let's get some more cards. Pile 4. And these are just like physical traits and personality traits. Pile 4. Why do people love you? The first card we've got here is Pisces. You are my watery pile. You are watery people, very emotional, very sensitive, very imaginative. Very strong intuition you've got. We've got a physical trait, blonde. Of course, it's not going to be applicable for everybody. Many people will be watching this, so you guys take whatever resonates with you the most. It's okay if you've got very, very dark hair. But for some, for those of you who have blonde hair or lighter hair, I feel like it's very prominent part of your appearance. Maybe you've got very light hair, very fair hair. Then we've got this card, adventure. Going back to all of this traveling, exploring, all of this nature. Responsible. I also feel like you're very dedicated to whatever it is that you do in life. Very devoted, very hardworking, and I feel like people can rely on you. If you say you're gonna do something or be somewhere, you will make sure you do it. You live up to the expectations. You don't just promise things for no reason. When you promise something, you deliver. And people know that they can rely on you. And at the bottom you've got dark hair, so some of you could have dark hair as well. So this is all I have for you, pile 4. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. If it did, please leave me a like. I would be very, very grateful. Or a comment telling me what you think about this reading. Or subscribe if you wish to do so, and I will gladly welcome you in the Love and Tarot family. So yeah, I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.